Hello, everyone. On this Friday, 12th April 2024, I am Madam ANIREJU Erewa. Whatever is your time right now, I greet and welcome you to my channel, ANIREJU News. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Mete wa Biafra de no. Mete wa Biafra de no. Asina heri jibegi. Mete wa Biafra de no. Akane hiora. Dule o. Mete wa Biafra de no. Mete remondigala.
The focus of today's ANIREJU News is a continuation of the last ANIREJU News, episode 8. Today is episode 9. In the episode 8, I showed a video of a dirty propaganda that was made by a shallow, narrow-minded, cowardice, one Nigerianist who exhibited his profound hatred for Odumegwu Ojukwu of blessed memory. This one Nigerianist said all sorts of things that were very incorrect. It was from a cold, calculated, premeditated propaganda video that typically depicts a practice of social stratification, social accountability, and social responsibility to spread what is not true about Biafra, to scapegoat and demoralized Odumegwu Ojukwu. And he tried to play clever. This one Nigerianist in that video tried to play clever to cover up and shield the fueling role of the British government and the puppet, the cowardice Yakubu Gowon, whose actions caused the war. Gowon's actions caused the war that led to deaths of over 3.5 million Biafran men, women, children, unborn children, as well as kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor. It's terrible. From malnutrition as a result of the food blockade that was used as a weapon of war by the British. The Queen of England approved it. She was the late Queen of England. She was a signatory to it. The Bishop of Canterbury was signatory to it. The late Queen of England, she's gone now. She's no more. I hope she will meet all those over 3.5 million that died as a result of her approval. I hope she got to meet them, because death is inevitable. It comes. At that time, she never thought she too will one day go. But she's gone now, and she was a signatory to it. Okay. Then say, now talk. Now they bring talk. Now so then talk. Now talk. Now they bring talk. Yakubu Gowon himself is Anglican by faith. He does not worship in the mosque. He is of the Anglican faith, which is Church of England. In the north that is based in the north. And so he worshiped in church. So you can see how the British played double-edged sword. Play double-edged sword in the Nigeria with Biafra. Yes. In the north, when the British want to enter, they want to enter secret planning against Biafra. When the British want to enter secret planning against Biafra, with the Fulani, where do they go to? They go to the mosque. They go to the mosque. And you can also see when the British visit Nigeria, where do they go to? Is the north. That's where they go to. Because the British have the Emir as friends. They've been friends from time immemorial. Then, when the British want to execute the secret, dangerous plan that they entered with the Fulanis against Biafra, they go to the Anglican Church is where they go to. And so Gowon, although he is a northerner, I believe he's a Fulani of a minority, but he's Anglican. He doesn't worship in the mosque. So you can see the kind of double-edged sword that the British play with Biafra in the Nigeria that they go to, that they created. Have we really asked ourselves, why did the British fake out this fraudulent, experimented Nigeria with the Fulani? Have we asked ourselves that question? Why? To the detriment, and destructions of Biafra. Have we asked ourselves that question? One Nigerianist, have you asked yourself that question? Have you? If you have not asked yourself that question, begin to do that. Maybe you are going to begin to see answers to what you are not seeing, that you don't know. Maybe start to ask yourself that question. It's important. Why? Why did the British, created the Nigeria, the contraption? With the Fulani? Why? And in that episode 8, there was a video by the British couple that explained that the British have always been friends with the Fulanis. They have always been friends. They are the Emma. So the interest of the Fulanis through the Emma is important to the British. So start to ask yourself the question, why did the British actually create Nigeria? Why? With the Fulanis. Okay. So many questions, very important questions. That's why I'm doing this episode 9 as continuation from episode 8. There were so many questions that came up from viewers who watched the programs. I really want to thank all the viewers that watched the programs, and asked questions. And these questions, there are so many. So I selected about, questions and comments. I selected about 10 combined, that came up. Very knowledgeable, very questions I selected because it was a lot. It was a lot, and I really appreciate. I thank you all viewers who watched the programs and made comments. I really, really appreciate, and I thank you. Yes. So, but first, I will replay the propaganda video again in this episode 9, after which I will read the questions and the comments, a few of them that I picked. So let us watch the propaganda video together again in this episode.
Biafra is not Igbo. Igbo is not Biafra. But it is Igbo people, some Igbo people that are agitating for Biafra. So, some of us here knows what happened, what transpired, how it transpired, what led or what happened before the war. Now, how can you explain to me that a war was fought and the Igbo people lost about 3 million people? Let's keep it at that. It may be more, it may be less. But 3 million people. Could that war have been avoided? The answer is yes.
Yes.
Yes. The answer is yes. But why was it fought? Why must we have to lose 3 million people when it could have been avoided? Now, the reason why we fought that war and lost about 3 million people, have we achieved it up to today? The answer is no. Now, when that war was fought and Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu ran away, because that is what Igbo people don't like to hear, or majority or some Igbo people, they don't like truth. When that war was fought, and Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu abandoned his general and ran away. Why is it that if somebody say it, you begin to say that he hates the Igbo? You don't like to be told the truth, but you like to be looking for trouble. So when he ran away, fine. On your son, somebody who is being pursued will run away, because if you are caught, you will be by the truth.
If Jonah advised him not to go on with this war, that he can't sponsor, he can't afford it, but he paid deaf ears. And also, and also the fathers of Igbo then, Michael Okra was alive, Azikiwe was in, I think, Ghana also, and so many people from other regions.
Yes, so many people advised Ojukwu against this war, but because he was the military administrator, he has power, he has everything under his control. He shut everything up. This is one of the truths Igbo don't like to be told. So because of Ojukwu, Igbo people must lose our 3 million people because of Ojukwu's stubbornness. Abi? So are you trying to equate the 3 million people, which maybe some tens of people that were killed in the riot in the north? You're trying to, so you decided to sacrifice 3 million people because you want to go to war. Now, after everything, you ran away to Ivory Coast and stayed how many years? And then when you came back, that is where the cocoa is. When you came back, you joined those people you were telling us that they are our enemies. You joined those Hausa people. You joined those Fulani people, and Ndibo supported him because he wanted to become governor in the southeast. Now, Ndibo, why are you people not telling yourself the truth? So if somebody speak of all the mistakes or evil or atrocities, whichever one you like to call it, that Ojukwu committed, you begin to say that person is against Ndibo. So are you telling me that every Ndibo? So what I just narrated, did it make sense? Does it make sense to you or not? Why would you fight a war and lose 3 million of your people? So if anybody come out and begin to counter any narrative which anybody is bringing with Ojukwu's ideology, with the Biafra ideology, you begin to turn that person and demonize that person as evil. No. We refuse to accept that. Now, be the judge, you Igbo person that is listening to me now, be the judge. Would it have been better that that war was not fought or not? Should it have been better? Now, was it better that we lose 3 million people and all our money and our properties and everything that we lost or not? How many economy or commerce have we lost with all this sit at home, with all these mines and all this insecurity, that we are warning you people that this Simon and Nnamdi Kanu and ESN and unknown government cost, this is something very closer to that war that we fought, that we lost 3 million. Imagine what we lost. Now we are still losing. I told you people that Biafra is something that will destroy Igbo people if we don't leave that Biafra. And it is happening to us. It is us that is complaining. It is us that is sitting at home. It is us that our petrol tankers and trucks are being towed inside the bush and stolen. It is us that they are carrying and then butchering our head out of our shoulders. It is us.
You've seen the video again, and you heard how the Ekwensu, Ewu, Ekeregbe ranted his mouth repeatedly, even holding his ears, saying and pointing, he's twisting his tongue twisting. When Ojukwu ran away, that is what Igbo people don't want to hear. He was ranting his mouth, playing propaganda with it. They don't want to hear. When Ojukwu ran away, he did that. And then after some years, when Ojukwu came back, that is where the cocoa is. Cocoa na west. Now then they produce cocoa. That is where the cocoa is. And all that. He ranted his mouth. That one Nigerianness, that shameless cowardice one Nigerianness. So now, he showcased all that propaganda, dirty propaganda video. Yeah, to please Fulani and the British and all those Efulefus them and all those traitors them, to please them. Now, I want to read some of the questions and comments as from those who watch the program, the episode. They ask very, very important questions and made very, very important comments, and is worth presenting in this program. So I want to read it one by one. The first comment, the first question was, why did the one Nigerianist man in the white beard, he has a beard or a mask, me I don't know, but in a white beard, not tell what necessitated the war? Why? That was one question. Why did the one Nigerianist man with the white beards not told what necessitated the war? That's question 1. Then the second question: who fired the first shot? Is it Nigeria, Gowon, or is it Biafra, Ojukwu? That's question 2. Question 3, I think that's a comment. It says, did Ojukwu not make attempts, with S, attempts? Did Ojukwu not make attempts to preach to young people, especially those in the university, whose anger were boiling after seeing dead bodies of Easterners who were butchered in the north and brought down in trucks? After seeing dead bodies of Easterners who were butchered in the north and brought down in trucks to the east. So this is both comments and questions. This one Nigerian is who was ranting his mouth, Ojukwu, about the war. Now these questions are being asked. These questions are being asked. And comments are being made. And it's important to share it in this program. Yes. Number 4. Ojukwu tried very hard. Ojukwu tried very hard to calm them down, pointing out to them the dangers of war. Because this one Nigerian is who was ranting his mouth, blaming Ojukwu, now caused the war. Ojukwu, now questions are being asked. Questions are being asked. And the effort Ojukwu made prior, before the war, okay. So, number 5, Ojukwu did everything humanly possible to avoid the war until the so-called federal troops came down to the east through Ogoja and started killing people. Make una dey hear now, you people, these questions are now bringing out the picture. They are bringing out the picture now. And Gowon, they went to go and sign. Him and Ojukwu went to Ghana, Aburi, Ghana, and they signed an agreement that could have made things better, that could have made life better today for everybody. So they entered this agreement, and Gowon, after signing, breached the agreement that led to the outbreak of the war. Gowon breached it. Ojukwu stood by the agreement, but Gowon did not. He violated it. And you all know what it is to violate. So this one Nigerian he hid all this and he was ranting his mouth. And when Ojukwu ran away, and the Gowon, he didn't even go to war front. Gowon never stepped his foot in the war front at all. He was in Dodam Barrack by then. I think Dodam Barrack or so, I don't know. He was there between there and Britain. And that's where Gowon was running his races. He was not directly in the war at all. It was the British, because the British are the one that told him they queried Gowon heavily for signing the agreement. You know, they told him that he should breach it, and Gowon did. So now you are hearing all this now. And they promised Gowon that they will fight the war, that in 3 hours they will crush Biafra. But the war went on for 3 years. Okay. All right. So now we come to question number 6. Number 5 now show that the federal troops came to the east, through Ogoja. Ogoja, I think is in the Cross River. But I don't know. I don't think it's Cross River they call it at that time. But to make it easy for people to know, Ogoja, I think is from the Cross River. That's how they came to the east. And then they started killing people. And as they entered through Ogoja, they started killing people. So in other words, it's not only Igbo speaking that the federal troops killed. They killed, non-Igbo speaking. So that one Nigerianist who was ranting his mouth, he better know this. One Nigerianist, make una dey take note now of what transpired before you people begin to blame and begin to talk ill of Ojukwu. Okay. All right. So Ojukwu was taken unawares, while he, was taken unawares. It was the Nigeria that started the shot. Okay. All right then. So we come to number 6. Number 6 asked, if you were in Ojukwu's shoes, what would you have done? You are in your house, and then somebody just came, started killing. What would you have done? You would have sat down and keep your hand folded? Would you? One Nigerianist, these questions that are being asked, if you were in Ojukwu's shoes, what would you have done? Okay then. All right. So you all now know that Gowon is the one that caused the war. Okay. Now we come to 7. 7 said, after the Aburi Accord, that Gowon breached and invaded the east through a police action. They put that in a quotation mark. Gowon said, here we go, Gowon said his police action will take 3 hours, but it lasted 3 years. One Nigerian is people, you know, that one Nigerian is who was playing that propaganda video. He thinks say when he played the video, make you know now say Ojukwu is vindicated. He is vindicated. And the truth is coming out. Even through questions and comments, the truth is coming out. He is vindicated. Yes. And the truth is now showing that it is Nigeria, Gowon, that caused the war. Okay? All right. Number 8 said, this wicked one Nigerianist man with his dirty white beard came ranting his mouth and narrating his propaganda telling story in a way as to present Ojukwu as though he was the troublemaker, which is not true. You see? That video, you know, that video is what you call social stratification, social accountability, and social responsibility. That's what the scholars, English scholars, used in making Africa to look bad, to belittle Africa, to bring Africa down, to make Africa look third world. You know, you tell the people what is not true about a place and about people and make it to look like true. That's exactly what that one Nigerian is trying to do. But you see, now media time with this so. Gone are the days, years past, when they play this kind of dirty propaganda against Biafra and you know, no media to counter it. But you see now, the truth is coming out now. So una when they do propaganda, when una think so una go they do propaganda against Biafra, against Ojukwu, make you they do am now, because na media time with this so. So you do, the truth will be told. Okay. All right. So that is number 8. Number 9 says, now question, would you have folded your hands and watched the killings of Biafrans? That's the question. So it boils down now. The one where they say, Ojukwu started the war. Other people talked to Ojukwu. They spoke to Ojukwu. Other regions told Ojukwu not to go to the war. He cannot sponsor the war. Now the whole truth is coming out from these 10 comments and questions, that it was not Ojukwu who started it. And let it be known, it was Gowon who started it. And so came, brought dead bodies and all that is being, questions are being asked, came in through Ogoja, started killing unannounced. So, if you are Ojukwu, what would you have done? You would have folded your hands? I ask. One Nigerian is that what you would have expected Ojukwu to do? He got one in the north, came through Ogoja to the east, in addition to after he started bringing dead bodies of people when they kill in the north, and also not only that, slashing the stomach of pregnant women, jacking the baby, the embryo, jacking it off and stepping on it and killing the woman and killing the family. All these were transported down. We have to explain the fact here now so that people will know. Okay. Now, number 10. The man blaming Ojukwu for the genocidal war against Biafra is an ignorant coward. He will come back with shame after selling his soul to the zoo. The difference between him, that is the man in the white beards ranting his mouth and all that, blaming Ojukwu for a war that Ojukwu did not cause, a war that Gowon caused, So they are now telling him the difference between him and the British man. There was a second video. There were 3, but the second video where the British man, the British couple, the man who was interviewed in the second video, who told the whole truth about the colonial government, is like night and day. You remember in that video, the man said that the British have always been friends with the Fulanis. They have the Emas as friends. And so the interest of the Ema, the British have to protect it. And so as a result, they cheated in the vote. They cheated in the vote, lied. So they taught them all kinds of tricks. So all those men, when you see them, they wrap their head, whether not turban or me, I don't know, and all that. You can now see that inside that their turban or whatever they wear, you have corruption, you have secret planning against innocent people, you have lies, you have cheating, you have in that DM, like all of them. And then they for a horse, they ride up and down. Bunch of lies, because them and the British have always been friends. And so their interest is what the British is all about. And you heard that video where he explained. Okay. So the 11th one says, these are the Fulanis that can speak Igbo language very well, putting lies on our late leader, Chief Emeka Odumegu Ojukwu. No matter how much lies they will tell against him, we Biafrans will love him. Yes. So I needed to share these 11 key points with you all. You know, in my secondary, I was in secondary school in Sapele, Ziggs Academy, when the war broke out. And I have said it repeatedly, how they bias our mind. They so bias our mind. They make us think that Biafra is rebel. That's how they bias our mind. I know what I am talking about. And I'm glad that I am now relating these facts. They so bias our mind that they make us hate Igbos. They make us think Igbos and the word Biafra and rebel is the same. They make us think that we are not Biafrans. Yes. Yes. That's what they did to us. They make us hate Ojukwu. Yes. They make us hate Ojukwu, that even just the mention of his name, we don't want to hear it then. Because I know what I am talking about, because I'm a witness to when you talk about bias. But this is why I always thank Nnamdi Kanu. I always thank Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Always. To come and open our eyes. To open my eyes. To let me know the truth. That I am Biafran. So anyone there, out there, who is a Biafran that is saying be one Nigerianist, let me tell you, there is nothing there for you. There is nothing there for you. I was once there myself. But when I came to know the truth, there is nothing as bad as when somebody say you are what you are not. And that's exactly what this Nigeria is doing to Biafrans who are saying, who are one Nigerianist. You are looking, they made you to see yourself as what you are not. But they make you to say you are what you are not. And they are coming to take what is yours, putting underground pipeline and taking your resources away. Just look at coastal region. Look at Biafra. Look at how slummy it is, how deteriorated it is. And the only way you can repair your own is you have to take it back. Take what is yours so you can be able to build it. No stranger is going to come and build yours for you. No stranger will make you value what is yours. The only way you can value what is yours is for you to take it back, build it. Then you begin to see But it's your resources that they are draining to go develop other places. Why yours is there? Many has become brain drain, many of us, because we have turned our back against what is ours. We have we devalue ourselves, and may God not let us devalue ourselves. Yes. So this is why I always thank Nnamdi Kanu, and I appreciate knowing that I am Biafran, you are Biafran. Those of you who are calling yourself one Nigerianist, wake up. You need to wake up. Okay. You know, I always thank Nnamdi Kanu because he himself is a university. I have a second video by our leader, who himself is a university. Ohamadike 1, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In that video, he explained who actually called Gowon. He addressed this Aburi Accord that led to the war. So he addressed it. That's why I appreciate, and I know many of us out there will appreciate him. He himself is a university, like I already said. We are going to watch the video. So let's hear our leader, the Ohamadike 1, Okutukutu 1, Oloriogu 1. Yes, so let's hear him. Tell us how Gowon breached the Aburi Accord. Sit back and let's watch the video together. Very educational, very educational. Knowledge is light. Yes, knowledge is light. And we thank him. So let's watch the Ohamadike 1, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let's watch this video.
If not for the coming of IPOB, of Radio Biafra, all of you would have lived and died in the ignorance that Ojukwu caused a war. That's what they were writing. Britain helped them to write it. Ojukwu was a rebel, a secessionist, because we had no media. That is why they're paying Facebook billions upon billions of US dollars to stop this truth from coming out. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Gowon is alive, go and ask him. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Ojukwu went and negotiated restructuring with you in Aburi. You came back, Britain told you not to agree because Britain realized that all the component units of Britain knows that if you go back to regionalism, you will have economic growth. The country will do very well. But Britain doesn't want it. That was why they even instigated the Nzogbu coup, so-called Nzogbu coup, saying they will bring Awolowo to become the head of state. They knew what was going to happen. They wanted to truncate the economic miracle of Dr. Michael. But what I'm telling you are fast. Go and investigate for yourself. In the East, you had the fastest growing economy in the whole world, over 40% every year. In the West, Awolowo was performing his own miracle as well. Even in the North, Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa were doing very well. You had all those massive industries in the North. You even had Alamajiris that were employed in the North, meaningfully employed, gainfully employed. They were all doing very well. Britain said, no, for us to control these people, we need to impoverish them. Let us introduce this war. There was a coup by Nzogu. And after that, there was the massacre of, as usual, massacre of our people in the North. Ojukwu said, I have to secure my land and my people. They said, no, let's go to Aburi to discuss it. Ojukwu went to Aburi and agreed, restructuring. That's something now you're asking for, to tell you how foolish Nigerians are. They're very foolish. That same nonsense you're asking for now was discussed many years ago. Ojukwu sat down in Aburi with Gowon and decided that regionalism was the best way forward, restructuring, going back to who you were, 1963 Constitution, 1963 Constitution. Be on your own and pay tax to the central government, as they have in America, as they have even in Britain. Britain, you have Scotland that is almost independent, Wales, the same thing, everybody is free, but Britain doesn't want the same thing they're enjoying to happen in Nigeria. Why? Ask yourself that question. Anybody telling you about one Nigeria is your enemy. I prove it to you now. Ojukwu negotiated devolution, regionalism. The North will be on their own, the West on their own, even Midwest on their own, and then the East on their own. It's the same one Nigeria. On their way to the airport, before they boarded the aircraft, a call came from Lagos, from the British High Commissioner in Lagos, to Gowon, telling Gowon not to agree, after having signed the agreement. That same Gowon you're looking at today, God kept me alive so that he can witness the destruction he will bring upon that very zoo called Nigeria. Gowon said no. Do you know all the journalists in Nigeria, none of them have ever gone to Gowon to ask him, why did you say no to Aburi? Aburi was restructuring. None of those agitating for restructuring right now has ever gone to Gowon or gone to Nigeria to say, but Ojukwu negotiated restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion and thinking that somehow Ojukwu is responsible for causing a war, when opposite is the case. If not now, that after many years of hammering on this very topic, it has now sunk into the skull of the people that Gowon was the aggressor, not Ojukwu. That's how Nigeria is, always blaming the victim. And we lost over 5 million people during that very genocidal war. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. They wanted to wipe us away from the face of this very earth. But we survived it, and we are here today. Those they gave birth to, they have come.
You have seen the video. You have seen the video. You have heard that the call came from the British Embassy as they were on their way to the airport. They didn't even wait. The British government didn't even wait for Gowon to arrive Nigeria, to arrive whether na Dothan Barrack by then, or they didn't even wait. They were on their way with Ojukwu, all of them. They were heading to the airport after signing the agreement. They didn't even wait. Right away, they called him. So you can imagine that by the time Gowon and Ojukwu, they got to the airport in Ghana, his attitude had already changed. His behavior had already changed. Chances are, Ojukwu probably may have read his action, because action speaks louder than voice. His behavior might have changed, would have changed at that time. After just they did not wait. They couldn't wait to say, okay, let him arrive and we will call him and talk to him and everything. Nothing. They started querying him while on his way to the airport to return back. So you heard it in the video. So we thank our leader, the Ohamadike one, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Release Nnamdi Kanu. The courts have already cleared him. They have already cleared him. Release him. Stop holding him. Stop holding him there. Stop holding him there. Yes. Allow him to go. Allow him to go. He has done nothing wrong. Freedom is a right. He is fighting for the freedom of Biafrans, of your freedom, my freedom, our freedom, all of us. That's what he's fighting for. It's for the sake of Biafran freedom, the freedom of all of us Biafrans, that the contraption is keeping him there. He has done nothing wrong. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Yes. Free him. Let him go. Leave him. He's done nothing wrong. It's a right. Fighting for the freedom of our people. Using his mic and radio. He has done nothing wrong at all. Yes. Free him and let him go. Thanks for watching. See you next time on ANIREJU News. If you would like to donate to charity humanitarian, you can do so on my Cash App. Thank you.
Mete wa Biafra de no. Mete na Biafra de no. Asina heri jibegi. Mete wa Biafra de no. Akane hiora.